A common question that everybody asks. Is Flora worth it? And I have a very, very simple answer for you. Hell no! Obviously, she's not worth it, she's not good, she's not top tier. Not only that, if you're considering pulling Flora right now, may I suggest you swipe to the right and check out this other Burst 2 character called Grave. Why would anybody pull Flora as opposed to pulling Grave? Absolutely crazy. Don't do that. So what we're going to be doing today on today's stream, we're going to be pulling one copy of Flora for the collection. Oh, whoa, do you see the jiggle? I think I'm wrong, guys. Flora is tier 1. She's a very good Nikke, very usable. Everybody should have a copy of her. So for today's video, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna pull one copy of Flora. Now, I don't have a lot of gems and tickets available for me to waste. So it's very important that I get her as quickly and as easily as possible. Wish me luck, boys. Let's go, Flora. Let's go. Burst of gold. Burst of gold. Burst of gold. Oh my god. First one's a fail. It's okay, we'll go again. Hey girl, I heard you like flowers. Would you like me to pollinate you? Oh shit, it worked! It worked! Let's go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright.
What are your orders?
Come on. 50-50. Oh, I'm missing an Elysian. Come on.
I choose the best route and make sure it's delivered safely.
No, the joke was about pollinating, not breeding. Go! I can't believe I'm spending so much to get the copy of Flora. Come on. 40 tickets now. Flora, if you come home, I'll hold your umbrella for you, alright? I'll hold it for you as you tend to the garden. It'll be a beautiful, beautiful, like, home experience. You got this, Flora. Come on. Please. I solemnly swear that I will help you tend to your flower beds sometimes. Oh no, chat. 50 tickets? 50 tickets is the average, okay? 50 pulls to get a Nikke is average. Can I be Mr. Average? I just want to be average. I don't need to be a outstanding person. I don't need to be legendary commander. I just want to be an average commander that you love, Flora. Yes. Mr. Liz. Flora! Let's go! Flora! Flora!
How do you do? Flora from Botanic Garden at your service. Would you like to visit my garden?
I am going to visit your garden, girl. After Flora, who do you think will be released from NPC jail? I don't know, man. But whoever it is, it's not gonna be K. Hehe, you seem more lively than usual today, Pansy. Pansy? I lowered the temperature in the garden a little. I'll have to keep the temperature like this for you from now on, since you're so fond of it. Oh, I just remembered. When I was last in the Ark, I met a Cynthia who was as beautiful as you. I hope I can introduce you too sometimes. Just a moment, Rose. I'll come to you once I've taken care of the others. Beep 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 beep. Oh my, I'm sorry, Iris. I didn't realize the watering robot was running low. I'll have to fill it back up today. Ah, spending time in the garden with you all is always such a joy. Are those footsteps I hear? You heard them too. Lysimachia? Lysimachia? Someone's coming. Judging from their footsteps, they're quite angry, whoever they are. Rian! Long time no see, Rian. Rian looks like a super Destiny's Child style character. She doesn't look very Nikke coded. She looks more Destiny Child coded. Damn her, always ordering me around. I wonder if the higher-ups even agreed to this. If she's gone rogue and is issuing orders on her own, this could be trouble. Salvia? Hello, I'm Rian, President Suen's secretary. What brings you to the garden, Salvia? Why are you calling me that? I just told you my name's Rian. Oh, they weren't kidding about you calling people flower names. Anyway, the reason I came here is to deliver a directive from the president. Rian taps on her tablet. Have a look. Rian hands the tablet to Flora, who begins to read the documents stored on it. The Botanic Garden Squad is to be The Botanic Garden Squad is to dismantle the garden within 2 weeks. The reason for these are listed below. 1. Maintaining the garden is proving too costly. 2. The garden fails to serve a practical purpose inside the ark. Really? There's no rich people willing to pay for flowers? 3. Plants can be commonly seen on the surface. Therefore... Did you say something, Rose? Only someone with fertilizer for brains could write such a silly report? I agree with you, but... Lobelia did write this, and Salvia came all the way here to deliver it. So the polite thing to do would be to read the whole thing. You don't understand why this is happening, Lysimakia? Neither can I. But there are many things in this world we can't understand, and people are no exception. Since she and I don't see eye to eye on this, I might as well give up trying to understand. That's a good suggestion too. Are you able to talk to flowers? No, their exact response are only in my imagination. But I can sense their feelings and emotions. This girl doesn't seem to be in her right mind. Sorry, could you speak a little louder? I didn't catch that. I said I also don't understand the president's decision. It doesn't make sense to suddenly get rid of a garden that has been operating perfectly fine until now. Very much so. Botanic Garden is responsible for bringing plants from the surface to the garden for maintenance and preservation. A task which we have carried out faithfully. Leaf and Trina are always searching and studying new plants as we speak. I don't know when they will return to the garden. Making an executive decision to shut down the garden is entirely unreasonable. This is pure conjecture on my part, but I suspect that the president came to this decision after seeing the Miscellaneous annual report. An inordinate amount of money is being spent to keep the garden up and running. That much is true. You ought to know that better than anyone. None of the plant life here purifies the air, and they don't provide any immediate sustenance. I hate to take sides on this, but as far as the president is concerned, the garden is failing to produce dividends equivalent to the investment it requires. It seems everyone can't see the forest for the trees. The Ark currently possesses the most cutting-edge technology there is. Everything moves quickly in this industrialized society. When we reclaim the surface, do you think we'll be able to start using all that technology straight away? I don't think it will be that easy. It will take a long time for everyone to get used to all of that new technology. Some people may simply reset and go back to the old ways. If that happens, what will we have to rely on? primitive agricultural skills. The flowers and plants that you see here, I believe that one day these flowers and plants will have a beneficial impact on the surface. That's what we are preparing for. So, I'm sorry, but Flora passes the tablet to Rian. Could you please inform Lobelia that I cannot go along with this order? I believe that everything I just outlined is more than enough to justify keeping the garden. This could get messy. I was told to get your signature no matter what. You know how the president is. She isn't one to give in easily. She'll bulldoze the garden if she has to. It would be best if there's something in the garden that can directly benefit Miss Alice. But I don't see anything like that here. It's a shame. I'll inform the other squad members that. Flora snatches the tablet from Rian. I deleted the document. Have you lost your mind? I'll find it. The valuable flower that you need. You're nothing but trouble, you know that? I'm telling you, I'll find it. Yep, I'm enjoying the music as well. One thing interesting is that in real life, I'm not really into girly girls like Flora is, you know, the kind of girl. I like flowers, I like being clean and tidy, I like pretty things. I'm not really into that in real life. But in the world of Nikke, after what happened in Old Tales, being able to hear such a calm song and have a girl of these vibes feels kinda nice actually. It feels kinda nice, it's a nice change. And of course when I say girl, I'm not referencing the actual Nikke herself. I'm referencing like the overall event, I guess. Would be the right way of phrasing it. It feels like whenever I'm about to get some rest, some Nikke comes barging into my office. I'm gonna put up a do not disturb sign on the door, so... Damn it! Blossom? Flora? I thought you'd be here. Thank goodness I found you. I have a favor to ask. That is, if you're not busy? No, not really. May I come in then? Fine, come in. What's that you're holding in your hand? Nothing, don't worry about it. I crumple up the piece of paper in my hand and put it inside my pocket. I'll have to be quicker than putting it up next time. Well, what can I do for you? Could you come with me to the surface to find a rare flower? Flora fills me in on everything that's happened. So, in order to protect the garden, you need to find a valuable flower. That's right. The flower I'm looking for isn't just any ordinary flower, so it'll fit the bill for sure. What kind of flower is it? It's called Aurora Bloom. It's something referred to as the flower of the heart. The sap extracted from Aurora Bloom helps people forget unpleasant memories. So it heals any emotional distress people have? That's right. We've attempted to cultivate it in the garden several times before, but we've never been able to succeed. Why not? Perhaps due to a lack of proper facilities. Now, whenever we are watering robots that patrol the garden, now we have watering robots that patrol a garden and a greenhouse. When we first brought back an Aurora Bloom, however, we didn't have any of those things. We managed to get it to sprout, but it was never able to form any buds on its own. Although we tried several times, it kept wilting. We haven't tried bringing it back since. We couldn't bear to watch the flower wither away anymore. Maybe it can't survive away from the surface? It's a possibility. But the garden has undergone a complete overhaul. Right now, it's an environment where plants are bound to thrive. The temperature, humidity, soil, and sunlight are just right. It has everything. Of course, it's all provided by artificial machines, but it's still an optimal environment for flowers to bloom. All the other flowers we've brought from the surface have done well. I'm sure Aurora Bloom will do just fine in the garden now. And so I plan on going to search for it again. Flora hands me a photo. That's the Aurora Bloom. Other than the admittedly eye-catching array of colors, there's nothing particularly special about it. It looks a little bit ordinary, to be honest. What did you think it would look like? You talked it up so much, I thought it'd have legs or something crazy. Actually, there is a flower out there that's like that. What do you mean? Seriously? Hehe, just joking. I can't believe you fell for that. You're so silly, Blossom. If I do find a flower like that one day, I'll be sure to show it to you. Much appreciated. Rare flowers aren't much different from common flowers. As the name hinted, the Aurora Bloom is quite variegated. If I wanted to protect the garden, I need to head up to the surface and bring back a specimen. Will you come back? Will you come with me? Okay, I'll go with you. Yeah. Thank you. Flora suddenly seems despondent. What's wrong? It's just, I feel a bit sad is all. Unless the flowers in the garden are able to prove that they have value, it seems everyone will deem them worthless. As for me, they are all equally beautiful in my eyes. I know they may not seem to be contributing much right now, but one day in the future, I know there will come a day when every last flower in the garden will play its part. Sorry to depress you. It's just that those flowers are always on my mind. No, it's perfectly reasonable to feel the way you do. Thank you for your understanding. So, when do we leave? Let's go once Sunflower arrives. Sunflower? Is someone else coming too? Yes, someone that we'll need if we want to locate some Aurora Bloom quickly. Who could it be? Probably a dog Nikke. One of those like very good nosed dog Nikkes. Am I a genius or what? How did I know it was a dog Nikke? Hey guys! Welcome, Sunflower. You're right on time. Biscuit is tagging along too? That's right. My sense of smell is quite sharp when up close, but I have a harder time picking up the scent of flowers that are far away. That's why I asked for Sunflower's help. Leave it to me! As a matter of fact, I spent a couple of hours at the shelter with Max playing a scent tracking game today. I knew you'd be the right person for the job. Huh. Oh, right! Before we leave, could you let me have a whiff of the Aurora Bloom one more time? That'll help give me a clearer idea of the scent. Of course. Could you give me your wrist? Spritz spritz. What's that stuff? It's an Aurora Bloom scented perfume that I made. I figured I might go back to look for the Aurora Bloom one day. So I made this in order to not forget the scent. Sniffer, 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 sniffer. Alright, I think I've got the scent locked in. Great. What if we're not able to find an Aurora Bloom? Hypothetically speaking, of course. There's no guarantee that it's out there. Are you insinuating that I don't have what it takes to find this thing? No, it's not that. I'm just saying that there are some variables at play here. Flora herself said this is no ordinary flower. It's also been a while since she last went looking for it. I'm only suggesting that it would be wise to prepare ourselves before heading up. No, failure is not an option. I'm not coming back without it. Then we'll just have to find it, won't we? Haha. That's right. Thanks for the encouragement, Sunflower. I'm sure we'll be able to find some. I'll certainly do my best. You're so full of energy. You really do remind me of a sunflower. You too, Flora. You're like a beautiful purple flower. Hee hee. Despite myself, I'm not as confident as the two in front of me. Alright! I packed plenty of dog food so we can have a snack later if we get hungry up on the surface. Unfortunately, I can't eat dog food. As my job is to take care of flowers, I'm only capable of subsisting on dew. Okay, no problem. More for me and Trainer. Thanks, but I'm good. What? You're gonna make me eat dog food on my own? Fine, we'll share it. Yippee! I've prepared a bunch of different flavors. Sounds fantastic. Don't mention it. Aren't Nero and Leona coming too? Nero and Leona are taking care of the garden. The garden is designed to be self-sufficient and run without me. But I still thought it would be smart to have someone stay behind, just in case. I wouldn't want anything to happen while I'm away, and have no one there to tend to it. Happy Zoo knows how to take care of living things, so I felt safe leaving the garden in their hands. I'm sure they're taking great care of it right now. This is the first time I haven't been worried about leaving the garden in someone else's care. Well, should we get going? Meanwhile in the garden. As expected, being in the garden is so peaceful. Huh? Nero's tail puffs up like a balloon. Calm down, Nero. It's just one of the watering robots passing by. I hate water. Flop. Huh? What? Max, the dogs. I hope Flora and Biscuit come back soon. La di la. I feel like I'm on a walk. Biscuit's rapidly wagging tail suddenly slumps down and hangs lifelessly. What's wrong, Sunflower? You look like you're feeling down all of a sudden. Oh, I was just thinking about how nice it would have been if the dogs could come with me. My dream has always been to run with them in a vast space like this. That's not too far removed from my own dream. Do you want to take the flowers for a walk? I want to see the flowers in the garden basking in the natural sunlight one day. I say that, yet here I am on the surface bringing flowers back underground. What irony. I don't know. You're doing this because you're trying to make the surface a better place for the flowers. The Raptures have wreaked havoc on the ecosystem up here, and there's no way any animals or plants can survive. Heck, many species are on the brink of extinction. That's why we have to protect these important species so they don't die out. Only by doing that can we guarantee a better future for them. I didn't say anything bad, did I? No, not at all. I was only thinking about how much you and I have in common. Hehe, really? I think so too. I'm sure that our dream will come true one day. Yes, I firmly believe there will come one day when animals and flowers can roam freely on the surface once again. It certainly will, as long as I'm here. It's great to have you. Oh, it's great to have you around to help, Blossom. Sniff, 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 sniff. Do you smell that? I'm picking up some flowers nearby. It's a mix of several different flowers. I'm not sure if the Aurora Bloom is one of them. Sniffer, 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 sniffer. I can't smell anything. Biscuit's ears and tail wiggle rapidly. Ha! This way, to the right! Wow, a dog's nose really is more powerful than our own. Let's hurry. Huh? What's a rapture doing here? I'm positive that what I smelled was a flower. This is the surface after all. No, it was a pleasant floral scent. I'm sure of it. Huh. You must have been picking up the flower that it trampled on. It's been walking roughshod all over these different flowers. So that must be why all the scents were mixed together. Blossom, stay here behind me. I think this rapture would make a fine flower pot. Wow! Is it just me or did it get really tense in here? Sunflower, are you ready? Yeah, ready! Then let's take care of this quickly. Oh my god, we're almost getting to episode 5. Enemy down! Flora approaches the flowers trampled by the rapture. Darn, it crushed so many of them! It's natural for this to happen to some flowers that live on the surface. It's what makes them so hale and hearty. Of course, I'm upset that they were stepped on by that rapture, but we mustn't feel only sadness. I can only imagine what you feel. If a rapture injured my dogs, just the thought of it. Tears well up in Biscuit's eyes and her face turns red. That will never happen, don't worry. Yes, you're right. Sorry, I got a little carried away. How about you, Flora? Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. The flowers will bloom beautifully again soon. I hope that they will outlast this rapture which did them harm. Let's move. Man, all this walking around has got me working up an appetite. How about we rest for a little while? Sure, let's catch our breath, then get back into it. Can I eat my dog food? Fine, go ahead. Don't forget, trainer, you gotta try some too. Sniffer, 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 sniffer. Hold on, I'm picking up a floral scent here too. Are you sure that isn't dog food? I haven't even taken out the dog food yet. Is it not another rapture? No, I'm picking up the same thing. It's very faint though. I won't be able to tell what kind of flower it is until we get closer. Even so, I don't think it's the Aurora bloom. Let's check it out just to be safe. I found it! It's a flower this time, no raptures. What kind of flower is it? Is it rare? Unfortunately, no. This is what's called a peachberry flower. Oh darn, it looks so pretty, I thought it must be rare. Biscuit's ears and tail droop. Keep your chin up, sunflower. You still found us a nice flower, and one that has an edible fruit. Why don't we have a little snack before we move on? Flora picks up some small fruit growing next to the peach berry and hands it over to Biscuit and I. Peachberry fruit is delicious, very sweet and juicy. Try some. They're perfectly ripe, just the right time for picking. Wow! Is it okay for us to eat this? Of course. If we didn't pick them up, they'd just sit here and rot, which would be harmful to the surroundings here. We're helping them by picking these fruits when they're ripe. Gotcha! Thanks! I take a bite of the peach berry that Flora gave me, and my mouth is filled with a sweet, juicy fruit. It's delicious, and practically melts in my mouth. I've never eaten such a tasty fruit before! Nom nom nom! Sweet fruits do well in warm environments like this. Could I have some more? Sure, there's plenty of fruit to go around. Awesome! Haha, if it makes you it makes me happy to see you enjoying it so much. Oh, what's this? There's some fruit left here too. You can find all sorts of fruits and berries in warm climates. So, what kind of fruit is this? Biscuit speaks with a mouthful of peach berry. It's a puff melon, more commonly known as devil's fruit. Ayo? One piece? Why is it called that? Could you perhaps finish chewing before talking? Because of the strong smell. Oh? But they taste heavenly. Wow! If you're curious, would you like to try some? Sure thing! Why don't you have some as well, Flora? Unfortunately, I don't think I can eat puff melon. I only subsist on dew, remember? Alright. Biscuit, I'm begging you. Guess that leaves just you and me, trainer. Thanks but no thanks. Go ahead and try some, Blossom. I'll cut some for you. Flora slices the puff melon in half. The intense stench from the puff melon assaults my nose. Wow! Smells delicious. Delicious? It smells spoiled to me. I'm not so sure we should be eating it. Spoiled? It smells delicious. It smells fantastic to me, like a sweet potato. Biscuit crams the puff melon into her mouth. Oh my gosh! The taste is just like you said, Flora. It's divine! I can't even describe it. It's amazing! Can I have some next? Is it really that good? Try some! Try closing your eyes beforehand. That's what I did. Now open up and say ah. Choo choo. It's delicious. It's delicious. Told you! Flora proceeds to explain a variety of other flowers as we feast upon their fruit and berries. I'm so full! Me too. I don't even think I have any room for dog food. Thank goodness. Yup. I'm glad both of you enjoyed yourselves. I had no idea these many fruit were growing up here. It's fascinating. Isn't it just? Nature gives us so much abundance without asking for anything in return. That's why we must do everything in our power to preserve and maintain it. Huh? Flora, trainer. I'm picking up the aurora bloom coming from the north. Sniffer, 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 sniffer. A bit further up ahead is where I originally found the aurora bloom before. So maybe I'm onto something. Let's hurry. Huh? This is where I was picking up the scent. But it's a flower field. It's massive. If this place is it this place you were talking about, Flora? This is it. Alright, but this is it, alright. But a lot has changed. The entire field used to be full of aurora bloom flowers. Seems like some different plants have proliferated rather quickly. Do you think we'll be able to find any aurora bloom here? We have to, no matter what. Ah, damn, I accidentally clicked twice again. I'll keep my nose on high alert then. Sniffer, sniffer. I'll try to. Emphasis on try. Before we start searching, let's do a chant to pump ourselves up. Why don't you come up with something, trainer? Aurora bloom, you're ours. Aurora bloom, you're ours. Aurora bloom, you're ours. Alright guys, we've got this. Before we start searching in earnest, let me explain what the aurora bloom looks like one more time. As the name insinuates, the petals come in various hues. This entire field is filled with colorful flowers, so it might not stand out all that much. Its coloring, however, is particularly diverse and beautiful. The smell is also quite unique. Once you've catch a whiff of it, your heart swells up. I'll do my best to find it. Alright, let's split up and start searching. Alright! This is a hydrangea. This is an azalea. They look quite similar to the aurora bloom, but they're not quite the same. Sigh, I wonder if we'll ever be able to find it in a sprawling field like this. Dead hydrangeas and azaleas are cheering me on. No, all the flowers here are cheering me on. I'll make sure your faith in me isn't misplaced. I'll find the aurora bloom if it's the last thing I do. The flowers on the right seem to be calling to me. Sniffer, sniffer. Sniffer, sniffer, sniffer. This one smells a bit too one note. This one's too sweet. The kind of scent that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Hold on. This is... Biscuit stops in her tracks. This is the peach berry that I just ate. Alright. Oh wait! I've gotta find the aurora bloom first. Just a quick one before I resume my search. Nom 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 nom. Alright, back to it. Munch, munch. Biscuit, with a mouthful of peach berries, starts to sniff the flowers again. Flora and Biscuit are using each using their unique skills to search for the aurora bloom. What should I do to be helpful? Damn, I want to see Blanc and Noir, but I also want to see what happens when I use my magic eye. A true legendary commander uses his personal skills to find stuff. Attempting to focus my vision is only making my head hurt. Since I don't have any special skills, I guess all I can do is keep what Flora told me in mind and be diligent in my search. I've gotta believe in myself. This is a red flower, that's a blue flower, and a yellow flower. My eyes are starting to hurt. If I keep trying to distinguish flowers by color, it's gonna take forever. I need to distinguish by smell. Sniffer, sniffer. This one smells like a flower. This one too. And this one too. They all smell like flowers to me. Achoo! My powerful sneeze knocks several bees out of one of the flowers. Big bees at that. What should I do? I'll stay still. I might get stung if I make any sudden moves. I should stay still and wait for the bees to go somewhere else. The bees continue to circle around me, and a few even land on me. Damn it, we're so popular with the girls. They crawl closer and closer to my face. I have no other choice, I need to run! I frantically flail my arms around and burst off running. I don't know how far I've gone, but just as I'm about to stop and catch my breath, I stumble and fall flat on the ground. I suddenly find myself missing the commander's room particularly strong. Sniffer, sniffer, sniffer. The scent of the aurora bloom is really strong here. Huh? Trainer? Biscuit? Ah. These are the flowers that were calling to me. Blossom? Flora! Did you both come here looking for me? No, actually. I came here because the flowers were calling to me. You just happened to be here. I see. What are you lying on the ground floor? Some bees were chasing me and I fell. Oh my goodness, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. That's a relief. The bees must have been following you because You're as fragrant as a flower. I don't think that's it. Anyway, did you find the Aurora bloom? Not yet, but I can smell it over here. I'm also picking up a strong scent here. That must have been it nearby. Maybe. I'll do my best. I'll do some more focused sniffing. Sniffer, 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 sniffer. Biscuit starts assiduously sniffing the ground. Strange. We are definitely close, but... Sniffer, sniffer, sniffer. Biscuit sniffs from the top of my head down to my neck and... Yeah? Biscuit, if you go any lower... Oh, sorry about that, trainer. I got carried away by the smells. It's just that it's particularly strong around your legs. Am I going to jail? It's okay, right? Biscuit say so, right? Blossom, if I could borrow your leg for a moment. Why they cut the music out? What about my leg? Flora lifts my leg off the ground. Found it. Whoa, why are you grabbing my legs and staring at things under... What's going on? In the space between both of my legs. In the space between both of my legs, several aurora blooms are blossoming. Looks like we've completed the mission without anyone getting injured. Great job, everyone. I couldn't have done it without you. It's a good thing I fell the way I did. If I had landed only a few inches in either direction, then the entire garden would have been done for. I'm just pulling your leg. We would have found another way. Great! I'm so glad that we found... Blah, blah. Great! I'm so glad that we found the Aurora bloom. I can't wait to see it survive and thrive in the garden. Even though I only got to see it for a moment, it definitely was beautiful. From now on, you'll be able to see the Aurora bloom in the garden all the time. Speaking of which, should we start heading back? Sure! Yes, let's hurry back. This is weird. We're only halfway through the story and we've accomplished finding the Aurora bloom. High sea lavender and peach flower. Nero! Leona! Hey! Back already? Back already? That was quite quick. Hey girls. Why do you look like that, Scoops? Why are your clothes all torn? Flora and Biscuit's clothes seem fine. Did something happen? You don't want to know. I thought Blossom was popular with only women, but it turns out he's a hit with bees as well. Oh my gosh, were you chased by bees? That explains why your clothes are in such a state. Well, I'm glad you made it back safely. How did things go in the garden while I was gone? Everything went fine. No issues. Nero did scurry off every time she saw the watering robot though. And she kept pestering the butterflies. Sorry, I can't help it. Instinct. The dogs kept digging holes in the dirt as well. They also kept trying to pee on the flowers. Oh my gosh, how could these guys get up to so much trouble when I wasn't here? It's alright, Max was here, so it all worked out. Oh, Max, best dog. Look at Max. Oh, what a cutie pie. Sounds like it was an eventful time over here as well. Thanks for doing me a solid. Don't mention it. We had a lot of fun here. In fact, we'd love to be able to come to the garden every day. Being here is like a breath of fresh air for the mind. It was nice to sit and gaze at the flowers without thinking about anything else. It made me feel as if my worries were melting away. Hehe. That's one of the more charming aspects of the garden. That's why I got to thinking how it'd be nice to have a public garden. That way Timmy and I could go for a walk there every day. Isn't that right, Timmy? Growl. That's a good point. If there was a public garden, I'm sure the dogs would love it too. I'll remember my time here fondly. That's for sure. The flowers in the garden seemed to enjoy themselves while I was gone. You all did a wonderful job. They're even more animated than usual. Really? That's good to hear. Oh, did you find any Aurora bloom by the way? We certainly did. Thanks to Sunflower and Blossom, we were able to bring back some safe and sound. Flora shows Nero and Leona the Aurora blooms she collected from the surface. Wow. Oh wait. Wow, what a pretty flower. I've never seen a flower like that before. Are you gonna plant it in the garden and give it another shot? No, I'm gonna harvest the seeds and plant them. I only managed to bring back a couple of flowers, so it would be difficult to defend their value as is. I also think nurturing my own flowers from the beginning in my garden would be more meaningful. I've never managed to grow the Aurora bloom in my garden before. I see. How many seeds do you think you'll be able to get? There are probably around 10 seeds per flower. I'd really like to see the garden. What? I'd really like to see the garden filled with Aurora blooms. Could I maybe come by to see it when it sprouts? Of course. Any member of Happy Zoo is welcomed at any time. I want to come see too. Hey. Haha. Of course, you can stop by in 3 days. I think it would have sprouted by then. I'm going to do everything I can to bring these flowers to life. I know you'll be able to do it. 3 days later. Before heading to the garden, I stopped by the shelter to meet up with Happy Zoo. Ruff ruff. Hee. Hey, trainer! Bok. Wow, you're really good at speaking dog. Hee. I heard you're coming in, so I ran up to meet you. There you are. Meow. You just said a dirty word in cat speak. Oh, sorry. You're here early. I was wondering why Max and Biscuit ran off like that. Growl. Timmy is happy to see you. Are you all ready to go to the garden? Yes, I've been ready since yesterday. Me too. And you, Leona? I'll go later. Why not now? I have some things to do at the shelter. Like what? Oh, this and that. You better hurry up, Leona. We'll be waiting for you. You all go have fun. Timmy and I will catch up later. Why do I feel like I'm getting the short end of the stick here? Make sure Biscuit and Nero don't get into too much trouble, Zookeeper. Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Let's hurry, trainer. Let's go. With Biscuit on my left and Nero on my right, linking arms, we head to the garden. Everybody is thinking of going to the garden together in a like coupley way. I think of it more like Kazuma and Megumin and you know that gang of people all link arms. That's the vibes I'm getting from this. Flora, we're here. Hey, Flora. Meow. Oh no! All the. Flora, are you okay? Welcome, Blossom. My god, I thought she's crying or she hurt herself or something like that. What is this? Old tales? My gosh. Upon arriving at the garden, we're greeted by Flora, who pronounced dark circles under her eyes. Thank God. I thought we were getting some Old Tales part 3.
I want this place.
Damn.
Shall we let the seeds sprout?
Whoa.
We're complete. I
Beep,
did
beep, beep,
it.
beep, 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 beep. Let's go, Trony. Looks like the Aurora seeds are coming along nicely. Yes, they finally sprouted today. They're growing a bit slower than I anticipated, although I don't know why. And you haven't been able to sleep because of that. Yes, I've been a little worried. The way you looked, I thought something terrible had happened. Haha, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. There, Aurora Bloom. Don't get sick and grow up big and strong, you hear? What are you doing? Giving them some encouragement. We do the same thing with any puppies who are runt and slow to mature. Haha, your good vibes are re-energizing me, Sunflower. Oh, really? Just a moment. Flora looks at her phone and she freezes. What's wrong? Salvia just messaged me. Rian? Why? She said she'll be coming to the garden tomorrow. What for? There could only be one reason why she'd be coming here. To see whether the garden is worth keeping around or not. It's already been quite some time since I last said I would improve things. This is bad. Why? We found the Aurora Bloom. Isn't that good enough? But it hasn't fully bloomed yet. If it withers at any point, it won't mean anything. And it will take at least 2 weeks for it to mature. Oh no! What should we do? I need to find another way. Like what? Should we go back up to the surface to look for another rare flower? No, we don't have time for that. How about showing Rian the aurora blooms that we first collected? Since I harvested the seeds from them, they've already withered. They're useless now. Why don't you just lie to her? It's not like she knows much about flowers. She'll uncover the truth sooner or later. Is there no other solution? How about visiting Miss Ellis and asking President Suen for more time? I don't think that's gonna work. She'd be more likely to kick us out than lend assistance. Huh? No way. She'd never treat us that poorly. I've had times where I couldn't meet a deadline and had to explain to my president. You know what he said? Oh, don't. Oh, don't worry your pretty little head, mon petit pup. The deadline isn't that important. Nope, I can't do the Mustang voice. I'm sure Suen would be the same. Flora, do you have any good ideas? I'm thinking about opening up the garden. You mean to the public? Yes, for 2 weeks, starting tomorrow. That's how much time I should need to make the flowers bloom. By drawing people's attention to the garden, you're buying yourself some time. That's right. I think it's a good idea. Will you be allowed to open up the garden like that? I thought the garden was like the shelter, in that it isn't accessible to the general public. I'll say that it's being opened per a special directive from Lobelia. Since all the plants in the Ark are artificial, it'll be a rare opportunity for people to see real flowers. I'm sure that if I open the garden, there will be a lot of interest. If they're wondering why the garden is now accessible, I'll tell them it's because Lobelia gave the go-ahead. We can attribute it all to her. Say how that in granting permission to open the garden, she hopes that the people will be invigorated by glimpsing upon these evergreen flowers and witnessing their zest for life. Are you sure that's a good idea, doing all this under Suen's name behind her back? It's not a great option, but it's the best one we have available to us. Lobelia has her sights set on the garden right now. If we asked her for more time, there's no way she would be receptive to it. At the same time, it's not we can't sit back and do nothing either. That's right. Otherwise, nothing will change. If we open the garden to the public, everyone's eyes will be on it, and Lobelia won't be able to shut it down. Blossom, Sunflower, Sea Lavender, will you help me? Of course. I've been all in ever since we went out to find the aurora bloom. I'm in. Yeah, I'll help. We need to protect the garden. Thank you. I'm so grateful to have all of you. Well then, what do you say we give Peach Blossom a call? So Rian is paying a visit to the garden tomorrow. And you're planning on making the garden accessible to the public until those special flowers bloom. You got it. Alright, so where do we come in? I would like for Happy Zoo to build a fence. A fence? Yes, since this will be the first time the public has access to the garden, there's no telling what might happen. There will be plenty of people who genuinely come to admire the flowers, But there might also be some bad apples who are up to no good. For example, some might try and pick the flowers, or sneak into their flower beds. If we fence off the flowers ahead of time, we won't have to worry about any of that. I see. Well, I'm a pro at making fences. I build them all the time at the shelter, hehe. That's true. The animals are always breaking them, so she has to keep rebuilding them. We also need some fresh supplies to make artificial flowers. Why do you need those? I'm gonna set up an arts and crafts table for the visitors, so they can make their own flowers. That way, they'll have even more and longer lasting memories of their visit to the garden. That's a great idea. When's Rian supposed to arrive? She said she'll be here around this time tomorrow. That quick? So we've got 24 hours. Aww, Timmy looking cute. I love Timmy. They always make Timmy's faces so expressive. So we've got 24 hours to build a fence, prepare the materials for the artificial flowers, and promote the event. Oh no! Leona's face is also funny right now. Oh no, everybody's stressing out. Can we do it? Of course we can! If you break it down, that's 1,440 minutes. And if you break it down into seconds, that's 60,000 something something. 62,000 something something. Biscuit looks at me expectantly. $86,000. That's right! Wow, you're a real human calculator, Scoops. You're so smart, trainer. Okay, let's think positively. It's all gonna work out. You're gonna help too, Timmy? Max says he wants to lend a paw as well. Let's put our best foot forward, everyone. Blossom and I will help as much as we can while tending to the flowers. Alright, let's get started. Hey Nero, wanna check out the fence I made? Nicely done, as expected from the master of fences. I'm just glad I got so much experience making them at the shelter. Good job, keep at it. What's up, Big Daddy Goblin? You got it. Wow, you're really good at this. You're the best fence maker I know. Nero, did you hear that? Meow. How's the Aurora bloom doing? It's still the same. I'll stop by the greenhouse later to give it some nutrients. I was just popping over to see if you needed help with the fence. Ah, I see. I rounded up all the materials you need for making the artificial flowers. Flower stems, leaves. Just as Leona is going over the materials to me and Flora. Meow. Nero leaps up and paws at the materials Leona is holding. Wait, Nero, stop! Meow! Leona, don't shake the stems too much. Huh? Hey you guys, don't do that to the fence. I spent a lot of time on it. No, don't mark your territory. Oh no, the dogs are peeing on Biscuit's fence. No, Max, not you too. No, Timmy, not you too. Nero, calm down. Meow. Gah! This is wonderful. You call this wonderful? The garden hasn't been this lively in some time, and now it's positively bursting with energy. It seems like the flowers are enjoying this too. I'm starting to get a sense of what it was like for Leona here in the garden when we weren't here. After the commotion settles down, we each work on building the fence in our individual sections. It's time to give some nutrients to the Aurora bloom. We should get going, Blossom. Is it that time already? You must have been so focused that you lost track of time. Oof! All that work has got me feeling sore. If it's okay, can I come with you? Can I come too? I wanna go hunting really bad. Of course, you're all more than welcome to come with us. You guys go ahead. I'll put up the fencing. Wow! This is really my first time coming into the greenhouse. It's super warm in here. Aurora bloom grows in warm places. Flora approaches the spot where the Aurora bloom is planted and gives it some nutrients. Aurora bloom, could you bloom for me soon, please? We're all waiting for you. Can it hear you? It may not be able to understand the words, but it can sense the emotions behind what I'm saying. That's why it's important to talk to flowers often. Biscuit sits down on the ground and begins to speak to the flower. I'd really like for you to grow up big and beautiful really soon. We went through a lot to get you here, especially Trainer. Hurry up and grow. And meow. You can do it. Nero joins Biscuit on the ground and also talks to the flower. You guys are so cute. I can feel that Aurora bloom is enjoying this. Really? Fascinating. Bloom and spread your beautiful petals. We'll take good care of you until then. You truly are a special flower. And? Aren't you going to say anything, Trainer? Huh? Me? I already said something in my head. No need to say it out loud. I don't know. I think it would appreciate if you said it out loud. I love you, Aurora bloom. You're confessing your love to it? What if it shrivels up and dies because it's shy? Hurry up and grow. I hope it sprouts and becomes a flower soon. With you all supporting it, I'm sure it will. You think so? In that case, grow, grow, spurt, spurt. What are you doing? I'm cheering it on. That way it'll grow up big and strong. I like the sound of that cheer you did. Grow, grow, sprout, sprout. Join in, Trainer. I'd rather not. You all have such wonderful energy. You're like beautiful flowers yourselves. Why don't you join us, Flora? I'll be cheering for it in my heart. For now, I need to finish giving it nutrients. Oh, okay, then you can join us, trainer. Good night, Didi. Grow, grow, sprout, 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 sprout. Grow, grow, sprout, sprout. Come on. Grow, grow, sprout, sprout. For a while, we showered the Aurora bloom with praise and encouragement. All finished. I'm exhausted. I'm all done on my end as well. Thanks to Timmy, it was easy setting up all the fences. Then we only have to make promotional posters, right? Yep. How do you think we should go about it? Since we're asking people to come to the garden, why don't we make it to look like an invitation? The only question is, where do we put it? What do we put on it? It'd be good to have an attention-grabbing phrase. How about beautiful flowers are ready for your viewing pleasure? Since we're asking people to come to the garden, why don't we make it out to look like an invitation? The only question is, what do we put on it? I can look up some examples that we could use as reference. After completely ignoring my suggestion, everyone gets to work on the posters. No. Posters are complete. The garden is good to go as well. Now everything is ready. All we have to do is put up the posters and spread the word. We couldn't ask for a better promotional team. Promotional team. I like the sound of that. There's not much time left, so you and Flora can stay here and prepare for the opening. I'm a bit worried about how many people will come on such short notice. We'll work doubly hard to spread the word, so don't you worry. Let's get going. We'll be back. Biscuit, Nero, and Leona leave the garden. Are you nervous? A little, yes. It's been a long time since I felt like this. It's just like when I raised my first flower and had it bloom. I didn't think you'd actually go through with opening the garden. Can I tell you something, Blossom? The truth is, I always thought the garden was a place only for me and the flowers. A secret garden. A sanctuary for me and the flowers and no one else. That's why I originally was against showing it to anyone else. But I was only being selfish. And because of that, no one was able to visit the garden and people grew to care less and less about it. I think that's what led to all this in the first place. The reason I'm opening the garden to the public isn't just to give me time to let the Aurora bloom grow. I also want everyone to see that these flowers are worth something. Do you remember what I said to you in the commander's room? How did it feel as if no one recognized the value of the flowers here? I remember, yeah. If more people come to visit the garden, not only will they be able to appreciate the Aurora bloom, but all the other flowers here as well. They'll realize that there's no such thing as a flower without value. I knew I'd find you here. Rian? Didn't you say you were coming tomorrow? That's not important. What is important is for you to explain this. Rian holds up one of the posters we made. That was quick. It's exactly what it looks like. We're going to unveil the garden to the masses. Unless you've gotten permission from the... Unless you've gotten permission from President Suen, I don't think that's possible. Rian looks around the garden. It doesn't look all that different from when I first visited. I thought you said you'd bring a flower of proper value. I'll take your silence as an admission that you failed to do so. No, I've got something. I just need more time for it to bloom. In other words, it's not ready. Not that it matters anyway. The reason I'm here is because of President Suen. She's given the order to have the garden shut down immediately. After she caught wind of this event, she expressed that the flowers serve no purpose, regardless of their rarity or so-called value. You are to issue a statement informing everyone the event has been cancelled. No, wait! Hello, I'm Natural, a reporter for Tetra News. We've gotten word that the garden is going to become to be open to the public. Could I possibly get a quick interview with you? What is this? Actually, this is perfect timing. We can issue the retraction right here. Hello, I'm Rian, Secretary to President Suen of Missilis. I have a statement to make regarding this. Ooh, Suen's secretary, you said. I have a few questions for you as well. So, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but Suen in one of the later chapters told all the Missilis Nikkes to do whatever it takes to bring up Missilis reputation, right? I think this might be the way out for Flora. Our news team received this poster from the event's promotional team. Promotional team? What are you talking about? According to them, President Suen has given her full support for this event. She expressed her desire for people to experience the vitality that flowers bring. She hopes that glancing upon these everlasting flowers will instill hope in the visitors. How is it that she came to this conclusion? Getting to see real flowers in the arcs is an all too rare opportunity. Would you be willing to give us a brief statement on behalf of President Suen? What the? Oh, we're live, by the way. What with this being such a monumental event and all. What? Rian's eyes are twitching. Miss? Oh, yes. I hope everyone has a good time. Excellent. Thank you for giving us your time. The garden will officially be open tomorrow. So everyone please come out and show your support. Okay, cut. Thanks for giving us that little soundbite. The second I saw that poster, I knew I had to cover this story. It's gonna be a big scoop. This is my first time seeing real flowers. They're absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure everyone will enjoy themselves. Thank you again for opening up the garden like this. Well, we better be going. We've got plenty more footage to get. The reporter and cameraman leave. This is bad. Salvia. Don't talk to me. I'm thinking. I'll take responsibility for everything. And 2 weeks from now, I'll return everything back to the way it was. And although Lobelia said that she wasn't interested, I'm still going to show her this flower, so that I can protect the garden. Sigh. I knew you'd be tough to handle the moment I saw you, but I didn't know the half of it. I have to go report back to the president. Rian staggers out of the garden. Oh man, Rian got skamassed. Are you okay? We're not out of the woods yet, but at least we can open the garden and have a chance to nurture the flowers for the next 2 weeks. True. Let's keep at it. The next day, I head towards the garden first thing in the morning. As I arrive in front of the garden, huge crowd? Come on, huge crowd. I want to see the flowers already. I was so excited after seeing that poster. I didn't even sleep last night. They smell wonderful. This place is bigger than I thought it'd be. Do you think we'll have the time to see everything? I brought my camera so I could take pictures. I hope it opens soon. There's a line a mile long to get inside the garden. Yay! There you are, Blossom. Look at all these people. I know, I was shocked to see them too. I didn't think so many people would come. I had no idea so many people were interested in seeing the flowers. It looks like opening up the garden was a good idea after all. Certainly seems so. Trainer! Flora! Off in the distance, Biscuit, Nero and Leona come bounding over. We're not late, are we? Nope, right on time. What's up with this line? Are they all waiting to get inside the garden? Guess all that promotion we did paid off. Hehe, I'm glad to see so many people came. Oh, by the way, did the Aurora bloom grow any bigger? No, it's the same as yesterday. Oh, I see. We still have plenty of time. Right, I'm not worried. I know you'll do a great job taking care of it. Ha, I think so too. Well, should we open up the garden? I want to show all these people the flowers. Sure. Timmy, you and I can control the garden and make sure people aren't picking at the flowers. Growl! Nero, you're not allowed to go hunting today. Are you talking to yourself? Sure am. Flora opens the door to the garden. Come in, everyone. Welcome to the garden. Wow! It's so pretty! Are they letting us inside now? Feel free to look around as much as you want. Woohoo! The garden quickly fills with people. Click, click. Excuse me. Could you take a photo of me with the flowers? Sure. Can you take one for me afterwards? People take photos together with the flowers. Oh, so pretty! Honey, over here! Which one do you think is more beautiful? Of course, darling, it's the one on the right. You. Couples enjoy taking in the flora together. Mom, what's the name of this flower? That one is called Echinacea. Ah, yes, thank you. It's such a beautiful flower. No problem. Even entire families came to see the flowers. The garden is a hit with people of all ages. Oh, wrong voice. Huh? Teacher. I don't know why I gave her that voice. Tia? I didn't expect to bump into you here. Oh, hey Naga. What brings you two here? Naga wanted to visit the garden, so here we are. There are so many pretty flowers here. What about you, teacher? What are you doing here? I came with my girlfriend. What? Really? Where is she? Introduce us. Yeah, introduce us. How old is she? Naga Atia, why you guys got so many questions? What does she do? When did you meet her? Is she pretty? Actually, I came to help out the garden. Hey, haha, I knew it. Hehe, that's a relief. Anyway, it's almost time to go and get some desserts. Oh yeah, time really flew by. Well, we're gonna head out, teacher. See you later. Bye. Bye bye. I need to go find Flora, so... I don't know how to do Rupee. What? I cannot remember what Rupee sounds like, and I don't know how to do her voice. Sweetie! Nope. Sweetie. Rupee? I came to show my lovely lupins this garden, and I ended up running into you. How lucky am I? Are you live streaming right now? You bet I am. The garden is being open to the public. How could I not stream it? Sweetie, what now? Okay. The answer is Aurora Bloom. Yeah, what's up? Sweetie, which one is more beautiful, me or this flower? This question... It reminds me of the couple I just saw in the garden. Actually, I'm the most beautiful. Huh? Alright, you are as beautiful as a flower yourself, sweetie. I've gotta get going. But why? Can't you stay and live stream with me for a while longer? Sorry, but I have something to do. Oh, that's too bad. I guess I should let you go then. I'll see you around, sweetie. I literally walked 15 meters away from Rupee. Flora, how's the garden doing? No problem so far. Happy Zoo is walking around and keeping an eye on things. The Aurora Bloom is also growing better than expected. That's great to hear. Flora looks around at the crowd gathered in the garden. Apparently, these flowers were once used as medicine. Really? I had no idea flowers could be medical. And the scent of these ones help relieve stress. Oh, no wonder. I've really felt at ease ever since I got here to smell the flowers. What are you thinking about? I'm thinking about how opening up the garden was a good decision. Many people are beginning to better appreciate what flowers can offer, just like I hope. Everything in the world has value. That's right. Everything in this world has value. And that applies to each and every one of these flowers as well. Flora watches the happy expressions of the citizens admiring the flowers. Time flows quickly as the garden remains open. That should be enough nutrients. I ought to raise the temperature a bit more. They seem to like warmth. I hope you form buds soon. I believe in you, Aurora Bloom. All the roses, irises, and lysimaceas in the garden also believe in you. All the while, Flora focuses on nurturing the Aurora Bloom. Honey, how about we make this flower? What do you... Oh, the arts and craft table. Alright. How about we make this flower? I think it really suits you. We can make it together. Sure. You two look wonderful. Thank you. This flower is called Dahlia. It symbolizes everlasting and blissful love. I think it's the perfect flower to represent you too. Here, I'll show you how to make it. Scoops. Scoops. I can't remember how to do the voice anymore. Scoops. Watching them make all these flowers really makes me want to go on the hunt. No, Nero, you must resist. Look at these lupins. Aren't these flowers I made beautiful? I made them with Leona. Growl. Timmy says that he helped too. Oh, and of course our adorable little Timmy here helped as well. I have a special announcement to make. The top 5 fans who leave the most beautiful comments will each receive one of these flowers that I made as a gift. What kind of flower is it, you may ask? It's a marigold. The reason I chose this flower is that it symbolizes something quite beautiful. Happiness that is bound to come your way. So I made it in hopes that happiness will come to every last one of my precious lupins. Whoa, why is everybody in the chat crying? Poor Timmy, oh. Not you too, Timmy. Happy Zoo and I remain in the garden to support Flora. 2 weeks later. This is Natural, reporting to you live from the garden. Today is the last day in which the garden will be open to the public. For that reason, even more crowds have shown up, wanting to get one last look before the garden closes. Time passes more quickly than we imagined, and the day has come for the garden to close once again. Flora calls for us to meet in front of the greenhouse where the aurora bloom is planted. I wanted to show you all something. Did the aurora bloom finally bloom? Why aren't you saying anything? I can read canine facial expressions easily, but I haven't the foggiest idea what Flora's expression means right now. I'm not sure either. Did something happen? You're starting to make us nervous, Flora. Flora opens the greenhouse door. Oh my god. Come on, come on, come on, RNG. RNG, let's go, SSR! Inside the greenhouse, the aurora blooms that Flora diligently nurtured are in full bloom. Oh my gosh, Flora, you scared us! Hehe, sorry. I wanted it to be a surprise. They finally bloomed. Oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. Did you do this all by yourself? I did, yes. I was starting to get worried because they were taking longer than I expected. But in the end, they did wonderfully. Aren't they amazing? They certainly are. I want to thank all of you as well. You've been incredible in helping me with the garden these past few weeks. I didn't do all that much. I liked being in the garden. I will contact Salvia tomorrow and... You won't have to do that. Huh. Meow. Ruff ruff. Giga growl. I love Timmy's Giga chat face. Rian? I don't see what you're so surprised about. The greenhouse appeared to be open, so I came in. Is this the valuable flower you've been mentioning? It doesn't look terribly special to me. What are you doing here, Salvia? I came here to relay a directive from the President. From Lobelia? Yes. What are they this time? Is the garden gonna be destroyed? No, it's not. To get to the point, the garden will continue to be maintained. The public's reaction has been overwhelming. Mr. stock price has been rising ever since the garden opened up. Even that absolute even the president can't deny it. She knows that to get rid of the garden now would be a devastating blow to the company. However, she also wanted me to let you know that if you ever do something like this again without her permission, she'll kill you. Frankly, I agree with her. If you hadn't been so lucky, this all could have ended in disaster. Anyway, I must admit that you were quite smart. The garden will not be destroyed, and you also got the flowers to bloom. I didn't think you'd be able to do it. I'll be taking this flower. I believe that it has immense research value even though the president insisted otherwise. I will be sending researchers from Mr. here soon. Rian leaves the garden.
She comes here, says a piece, and then leaves without so much as a goodbye. She's as bad as sweat.
So everything worked out? Yeah, I think so.
Flora, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. It just felt like a load had been lifted off my shoulders. I'm so glad we were able to protect the garden. You worked your butt off to make it happen. Finally, I don't have to feel so nervous. Growl. You feel the same, Timmy? Growl. My nervousness is gone too and has been replaced by hunger. I'll go buy us something to eat. No, you stay here. I'll go. You all have been working so hard, you deserve a little rest. Thanks. Can you get some sweet potato flavored dog food?
I like some cat treats, meow.
You're such a kind person. Thank you, Blossom. Could you please get something for Timmy as well? Sure, I'll go get food. I returned to the greenhouse after buying various snacks for the Nikkes. When I got back, this looks like heaven. The Nikkes are fast asleep in a loose circle around the aurora blooms. Dog foods. Timmy. Blossom. Our journey to protect the garden, one which initially seemed to be never ending, finally came to a close. So cute. Aww, that was so cute.
I'm the DJ Lord, I'm DJ Lord, I'm DJ Lord. Jiggle physics, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle physics, jiggle. 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 Jiggle physics, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle physics.